as the bomb exploded, we left at an exit just below. So when we got out onto the street, people were screaming and shouting. And at first, I really didn't know what was going on. I thought that all the teenagers were just screaming and shouting and that they were just really happy or something. And then I started to realise that it wasn't the case. The only way that I knew to get back to where we would parked is to go back towards the station, which is really crazy now, but at the time I thought something's happening here. I need to create a plan. So my plan was to retrace our steps and make sure that we got back. And that was just the wrong thing to do. I didn't know, but that took me back to near the scene and where everybody was coming out screaming and crying. I did what most parents would do, actually, was try to really underplay it around him, really. So he was really frightened and shaking and very, very scared and asking what was going on. And so whilst he could hear people shouting that there was a gunman and he could see that people were running and screaming and that people had been injured, I think that I just kept saying, no, it will just be the speaker. And then somebody else, one of the other kids, had said it could have been one of the balloons or something, which were in the concert. She had some really big balloons, and so we were saying, it's probably just one of the balloons, etc., and different things I was just trying to say to him. So this kind of thing, because he was 10, I didn't even know that he knew really what a bomb or terrorism would be, so it was just not really talking about that. But him clearly knowing something was really worrying, and we were both shaking and really upset, so he was just helping me when I was driving, just saying, take some deep breaths, Mum, and it'll be okay.
Living life on a merry-go-round, and you can find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move, and I'll rise up high like the waves, I'll rise up in spite of the age.
Because we set up a choir to help people with mental health issues around who were involved in the attacks, he's engaged with music in a different, more positive way afterwards. So that's been really good. So he has carried on being involved in music. He still loves pop music. He's absolutely loves Ariana Grande. He, thinks, follows her, gets all her music all the time, and has, become a real super fan. So it hasn't changed his love of music, I don't think. He didn't want to go back to concerts and stuff. We have since done that, but that took a lot of, basically we did it with our choir, with a group of other survivors, so that really, really helped.
Police and rescue squads rushing to the scene, searching for the terrorist. Dozens of people on the ground, victims of the ferocious attack, and those trying to help them.
There was an attack in Barcelona in the summer, and the terrorists were found in Cambrils, which is a small seaside town, and that's where we were on holiday. We'd gone on holiday. And so we discovered about the Barcelona attacks in the afternoon, but thought, well, we're an hour away from Barcelona. It was really shocking. Jake was upset. He had a cry, worried that it was happening again. We were really anxious, but we thought, well, we'll be okay. And then we woke up to find the news that actually the terrorists had been found and there'd been an attack in Cambrils, which is only tiny, and that we were told to stay in the hotel, and some people were going home because they'd taken their children home and stuff. So it was just the worst feeling ever to have to tell Jake and the rest of the family that it was so close again.
We acknowledge that the people who are affected by an act of terrorism are a very wide group of people. Clearly you have the bereaved and the seriously injured and the people directly associated with them, and quite rightly they get a lot of support and attention. Whether it's enough or the right support is another question. But the people who were caught up in the event in other ways, there's often almost like a self-policing aspect, that they sort of feel they don't deserve that support because I was just caught up in the evacuation at the arena, Manchester Arena. I didn't see anything horrible, I wasn't injured. Why should I get support? Because they'll ring up apologetic. I don't know why I'm bothering you, I know you're busy. Absolutely not.
I've cried in my car by myself however many times this week. I'm awake at night worrying about if it might happen again, thinking about the people that died, just really feeling like I can't concentrate, getting flashbacks of what happened on the evening. And I thought, I'll just look what the Peace Foundation do and what they offer. And the minute that somebody answered the phone, they were so lovely. I said straight away, I have to say I wasn't injured, and I haven't lost anybody, and I don't think I should be phoning because I think you should be dealing with other people, but I'm just really struggling. And straight away they said, no, that's fine, you're exactly the kind of people that we're also we're helping everybody. And just to hear that was just so comforting.
If somebody in the street has a mental health crisis, they may or may not get the help they need. And I think we've a long way to go until psychological distress and mental health gets the same attention, resources and sense of urgency that a physical wound would receive.